Boys and girls, today we're going to be doing lesson 3.8. This is the first part where we're going to be learning about quadrants today. We're supposed to be able, in our I can statement, we're supposed to be able to identify the relationship between the points on a coordinate plane. All right, one of the ways that we do that is by knowing the quadrant that we are in. So I'm going to get started here today. And let's start first of all by understanding we've got our x-axis and our y-axis. The x-axis goes across here, and the y-axis, of course, is a vertical number line that goes up and down. All right. Now, when we do that, we divide this up into four quadrants, four different quadrants. So quadrant one right here, okay, is it's going to be interesting because we're going to go counterclockwise. It's a little bit different than just reading it. Quadrant one is this corner here where you have a positive x and a positive y. These coordinates are really important right here. Okay. All right. Quadrant two. All right. Quadrant two right here is a negative x and it has a positive y. Okay. Quadrant three right here, both of your coordinates, this one and this one, are going to be negative. Both the x and the y are going to be negative. And the last quadrant, quadrant four, has a positive x, okay, positive, and a negative y. So this is really important. There's two ways that you can decide whether or not you know what quadrant a particular ordered pair is in. So if I have an ordered pair like 2 and 4, okay, they're both positive, right? I can simply look at the signs, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, and figure this out. Or I could graph this. I could come over to 2 and then up to 4, and I can graph that point, and I can see that it's in quadrant number 1. I'm going to use a Roman numeral 1, looks like an I. All right, that's how you can do this. You can just simply graph it with a coordinate plane, and then you know what quadrant it is in. Okay, there is another way to do this, that you don't even need a coordinate plane. You just need your brain and a little bit of knowledge. Okay, so now what if I have this particular quadrant? What if I have a negative 2.5 and a positive 1/2? I'm going to use rational numbers. Make sure I put the positive in there so you see it. So I have a negative. It's supposed to be a dot. Sorry. And I have a positive. So now look at the signs. I have a negative and I have a positive. Which one of those coordinates is a negative and a positive in that order? Ah, right here. Guess what quadrant this is in? It's in quadrant number 2. It's that simple, guys. You just literally have to look at your signs to be able to tell which one it's in. All right, if you need to pause to take notes, that's what I have here. I have the blue, it just says to graph it. In green here, it says to find the coordinate. Look at the signs. Are they positives or negatives? All right, I have time for one more. How about if we did like negative, I don't know, 4, and we have a negative 6. Let's make it easy. All right, we have a negative and we have a negative. If I have a negative and a negative, what quadrant is that? It's quadrant number 3. I. Quadrant number 3. All right, boys and girls, thanks for joining me today. Remember, quadrants are easy. Just know their order. Take time to memorize where each quadrant is because it makes it so much easier, especially if you don't have a coordinate plane in front of you, to know what your quadrants are. You're going to need this information later when it comes time to be able to use absolute values to find distances. All right, thanks, guys. Happy math.